Hi YouTubers, thank you for joining us on the Alric Show. We have stories of change and stories to make you laugh. Remember to subscribe and share with your friends, your family, and enjoy.
The Alric Show, inspiration, motivation, one vision, hope to a new generation. Together we can live and learn. Yes, we're one family on the Alric Show.
Welcome to the Alric Show. Now, this is an interesting show for me today. We have two young men who are doing very well for themselves in life. We have 19-year-old Michael Forbes, who copped 11 grade 1s in just one exam sitting. And then we have Kenyatta Thompson, a young farmer who's doing very, very well for himself and for his family and for his community. But first, let's talk with Michael Forbes right now on the Alric Show. Mr. Forbes, how are you doing? Thank you so very much.
Thank you much for having me.
Now, when did you realize that you were above average?
Well, during the course of when I was small, coming up, 5, 6, I was always told I was very inquisitive. People say fast. Because you're young, you're looking at the world, you want to wonder how things work. So in doing that, I always used to just like to learn, and I was especially taken aback with sciences.
Yeah, the sciences.
The biology, the chemistry of things, because my mother would always say how I used to always mix up the thing on the dresser to see what reaction or whatever it would change the smell or anything. Just to play around with things in the kitchen, just to play around with life on a whole. So I realized that the world is big itself and I have to learn as much as possible if I'm to get through. So I would say I realized I was smart when I was around 5, 6 years old.
So you recognize from 5 or 6 years old that the world is big and there's so much to take on. What do you want to pursue and what do you want to take on? What are some of the changes that you want to see in this world? How do you want to impact it?
Well, as I go about looking at the world, one of the things that fascinates me the most, even as of recent, is human interactions. And I realized that in the world that we live in today, mental health is not as highly regarded as physical health.
Especially in Jamaica.
Especially in Jamaica. If you have schizophrenia, if you have ADHD, if you have any sort of mental health, people will ostracize you other than trying to understand your position.
Exactly. That's
so
true.
I believe that it is because I believe myself to be very social. I like to get around and talk with person, just to get a feeling. I say I'm curious, I just like to talk and just to get to know people. And I realized that people who I have a friend at Glenmere, he's 2 years below me and he has autism, so he socializes different. And people, they trouble him, they tease him because he doesn't act normal.
Right.
And I'm saying he's a bright child. He might not socialize the same way that you and I would socialize, but why would you? He can't handle, it's not his fault that he has autism.
How do you help them to understand how to engage him or how to relate to him?
So I've known him since he came to Glenmere. So that I was in 3rd form, he was in 1st form. And my friends were picking on him. So naturally, I would just go to get to know him. So how I encountered with him, I tell him that to taste his dreams, he always wanted to go on the quiz team. So he's still trying out for that. And I said, of course, she said, don't let anybody put you down because they might see you as different. You can be just as good as anybody out there. So I've encouraged him ever since. People would somewhat taunt me as put me in the same boat as him and say, oh, not one our brother. I said, yeah, we're our brother, that's okay, not a problem with that. Right. So, because I'm seeing now he's graduating this year.
Yeah, great.
Due to COVID, it's not the usual graduation, but he's graduating nonetheless. And I'm proud of him that he's come this far. He has braved so many things, so many naysayers to come this far to graduate.
Right. So you're pursuing this the sciences.
Yes.
What career you want to pursue?
So as I look into mental health, I'm looking to become a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Michael, what would you say stimulates your learning? What are some of the things that you would read and watch?
Well, I'm usually one you can find me in the articles, to Twitter, to YouTube. I like to engage with social issues. It's not even what's going on now with the Black Lives Matter movement
Yeah.
and the COVID-19, I'm always on par to seeing what the world is, how the world is reacting to these crises, and just to learn more about how these two different circumstances are affecting how people think, how people react, and so usually I'm just always on the edge of getting to
know more.
know more about the world.
Now, you have been accepted to York University. That's where in Toronto,
Yeah, Toronto.
Canada. Right now, Michael, how are you preparing to go into a country, into a space where the color of your skin might definitely matter as to how you live your life?
Well, I know that I have to take my precautions, but nonetheless, I have no control over being black. That's the way how God made me. So if anybody has a problem, they have to deal with that problem themselves, because I'm going to go there, being myself. I'm going to impact them as much as possible, get them to think in the right path, not showing any prejudices, not being bigoted. So I'm just planning to go there, put my best foot forward, show the positivity and not give in to the negativity. So that's why I plan to go by that.
But no, you're learning from so many things that are happening as to, how to, be safe as well.
So, because even yesterday I was watching as I said, YouTube video on Black Lives Matter, and some parents were teaching their children how to interact with cops if they are pulled over while they're driving. And it was just so, it taken me back. I imagine even as much as 8-year-old, you have to tell them how to deal with themselves because they're black. So I know I have to take precautions and mind how I act around certain people, because I might fit into their stereotype, even in the slightest way. So I have to learn how to interact. Even my mother was saying that this thank God that is not USA I'm going, because it's even far worse there. Yeah.
No, but 11 CXCs, and you also did A-levels or CAPE levels?
Yeah, I did CAPE.
Right. What were the passes in those?
Well, in CAPE, I got 4 1s and a 2, and that's in Unit 1, and for CSEC I got 11 1s, surprisingly all straight A profiles.
How do you prepare for all of that, to get those ones and all these things? Because I just want a passing grade, and I'm good. How do you prepare yourself for these?
Well, I'm a person that I believe that if 1 is the highest grade I could get, I would aim for a 1. And everybody was edging me on, because as I say, I know a lot of persons, because I find myself during lunchtime to just go out and just talk to random people. I don't know why.
Right. So how do your friends interact with you based on your IQ? Do they talk about the same things, or you just want to talk about something differently?
I try to. I don't say anybody else down or upper than anybody else. So I would just try to relate to them in how they talk.
So you talk about the normal stuff.
You talk about the normal stuff, because even though people might say me as above average, I don't act as such.
Yeah.
So I don't act. Most people have a smart kid as snobbish and to themselves. That's not me.
You're not a nerd.
Yeah. So I know to interact and get along with the different cross sections of people at school. So that's how they relate to me at school.
Do you have to show your friends your homework sometimes?
No, to be honest, like, I always tell them, say, in a sense, I show you my homework, because you're not going to learn from that. So
you teach
So
them.
I will teach you how to get better answers, because it's like the same as the saying goes, you have to teach a man to fish. You can't give him fish all the time.
Right.
So when you teach him to fish, he can develop on his skill and go on from there. If you give answer all the time, they will go, wait, Michael, you show me this again, and not understand the principles.
Right.
So you have to teach them that.
Right. How did you believe that you're at this level? Is it something that your parents did or didn't do that has forced you to excel?
Well, my family is very complicated, to be honest. I have a brother and sister who are older than me, like a lot older than my sister. She's the middle child, and she's 10.5 years older than me. So, and they didn't excel as much as my parents would have wanted them to. Right. So I just felt the onus was on me, the wash belly,
the last child,
child, to sort of give them what they were wishing for. It's not that my brother and sister are not successful in their own right. But it's not the way how my parents would want them to.
Do you think you're doing all this and pursuing education at the highest level for your parents, or are you doing it for you?
Well, it's interesting I asked that question because during the past months I've been doing some introspection, just looking at myself if I'm doing the right thing for me, because I don't want to live a life and just living to a person's expectations. I have to live life to fulfill my passions and my dreams of impacting the world in the way I can. So a part of me is doing it for my parents because I want to make them proud, but I try my best to do it for me and do it to impact the world around me.
All right, so we take a break. When we come back, we talk more with Michael Forbes about his acceptance to York University in Canada.
Alric Show.
Join the Alric Show family. Follow and like us on Instagram at The Alric Show. Share with us on Facebook and on Twitter. And subscribe to The Alric Show YouTube channel for all episodes and behind the scenes with Alric and our guests.
On the Alric Show.
Hi YouTubers, you're now on the Alric Show channel. Please press subscribe and share with your friends and your family. We have stories to make you laugh and stories of change. Subscribe, share, and enjoy.
Alric Show.
Welcome back to the Alric Show. Michael has big dreams of attending university, but to get there, money is an obstacle. Is it, Michael?
That's so true.
Yeah?
Money is always an obstacle in many of our dreams. I have these big dreams, and that big obstacle, do you have the money to get to those dreams? So it's a bit disheartening that I don't have the monetary, I don't have the money to get there. But I believe that as long as you push as hard as possible, you can accomplish your dreams. So that's what I've been doing, pushing and asking for support all around where I can.
Right. Why do you believe it's in your best interest to push, just to keep pushing? And did you expect that you'd get all this help from strangers?
Well, it's quite wonderful. It was quite surprising to me that I would get all this help. And as I said, I'm a person that I don't give in to person's expectation. Person just expect me to just hold my corners and just go with the flow. But I believe when you push, you will get yourself into some regret.
You put yourself in a better place for opportunities.
Yeah, that's true. Because if persons see you as just submissive and you're not trying to get forward and push as much as possible, people are not going to come along on your ride and try to help you get
I always
where you
tell
are.
people, ask for what you want.
That's true. That's
Because
so
if
true.
you don't ask, nobody
won't
knows
get
what
it.
you want.
That's so true.
So it's not about begging, but it's asking.
Yes.
Now, take me to that day when you were accepted to York University, and why York University?
Well, the day that I got accepted to York was in the week when COVID-19 came to Jamaica, and lo and behold, I was sick that week, so I didn't go to school that week to escape the hysteria, and I got the acceptance letter, and I was like, wow, I really got through.
Did you expect that you would have gotten through though?
Well, I somewhat expected it because I don't believe I don't have the assets to get through.
Right.
But it was just a matter of how after getting through, how I would get to go there.
But because you knew from early that you don't have, you knew from early that you don't have the money to get there, but yet you're saying, hey, let's do this by faith. What were your parents say when, what kind of job they do and for you, and they probably know that they couldn't afford it, yeah?
That's true, because my mother, she's been at home for quite a few years, almost a decade actually. And my father, unfortunately, he was stricken with prostate cancer in 2016.
Sorry about that, man.
So yeah, thank you, because he has been struggling with this for so long now, and he's the only income that the family has. So that he had done surgery, and that has sucked up many of the funds that would have gone.
All the reserves, all the savings, yeah?
That would have gone to my university expenses. So as I said, I always push on with a belief, with faith in God, that things will ultimately come through. And that's why myself and my sister, we had started the GoFundMe account just to see the best as much as possible if I can actualize this dream.
What's the target to get there?
Well, actually, my target at the moment is $28,000 US.
And how far in are you?
And we've raised in combining both the campaign and real life cash, we raised about $4,500.
Oh, there's a good way to go.
That's still a good way to go.
All right, so Michael needs all the help that he can get. So once you're able to help Michael, you can contact us through this show so that we'll help Michael to get to York University in Canada. Yeah? Why did you choose York University?
Well, as I said, Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the world. And it just, as I said, I'm very curious about the world, and it just amazes me to see how that culture, because I was even researching about Toronto, and it said half of those who inhabit this city, they are not Canadians. So I said, well, that diversity, and as well, I would have a world-class experience in a university, and because even York University, it's in the top 100 for the psychology program.
Oh, so you're pursuing psychology,
so I'm looking to hopefully do a double major in biology and psychology. Yeah. So I was very enthused about York being in the top 100 in psychology regard, and I was looking for a balance between costs, because you had higher rated universities in Toronto and Canada, but I wouldn't think I could afford them. So I was looking for that balance with the accreditation as well as the affordability. So that's why York was the best fit for me.
All right, Michael, how many degrees do you want to do?
Well, as I said, I don't even believe that sky's the limit. Because as far as I can out in space.
So I keep going to school, Michael.
Well, no. I keep going to school all the time. But I believe I would someday want to have my PhD, but I'm not going to just go to school. I hope to work. And while I'm working in a space, I would get to where I want, so I get in the PhD.
Do you want to return to Jamaica to practice?
Of course, because my thing is that mental health in Jamaica is not regarded as such. Even recently with the issue with the prison inmate that was there for so long and not being because of his mental illness. And I want to bring that renaissance of a sort to Jamaica where we value mental health as much as possible, that people get psychoactive testing, so they will know that's how important, because people think a mad person on the street is the only person that is mentally ill, but I'm surprised to know that people were seen in suits and
well dressed every single day, and for
Exactly.
some people to even survive or to be functional, they are on drugs, literally, to function on a daily basis, and they need help.
That's true, because they need help just like anybody else. And we only realize when we hear these persons, they commit suicide, attempted suicide, and it take us aback. But you have to understand, everybody has a mental faculty that needs checked, just as
and nurturing as
and
well.
nurturing, just as our physical body. So I want to bring that renaissance to Jamaica, where we don't ostracize persons who are obviously mentally ill, because some persons don't show that they're mentally ill, they kind of bottle it.
And not everybody, they have the family support or the support of friends, really, so they can talk to.
Yeah, so they can get over this illness. So I just want to break that cycle of not giving the support needed to those who are mentally ill, especially in Jamaica.
All right, so we want to know about Michael when he's not studying and when he's not thinking about York University. What is it that he would do for fun? So what are some of the things that you do outside of studying, Michael?
Well, I love to watch movies. Even recently during this COVID time, even though I just say I should be studying,
You should be studying.
barely take up the book. It's either Netflix, this new thing called TikTok. It's so addictive.
Yeah.
And just basically on social media. And before that, I have a book that I was writing. It's not a scholarly book. It's a teen fiction book, with drama and sorts. Because, as I said, my life is, I interact with so many persons and they inspire me, their drama and their life. So I just wanted to, encapsulate that into a book where people can enjoy and get a good laugh and a good read out of it. So I couple that with, I write a few poems sometimes. As I say, I love to engage my friends in thought-provoking arguments. And also, I love to try my hand in the kitchen to see where I can.
Chef.
Yes, so I try my best, even though my mother is a bit upset at times when I mess up the kitchen.
Because yes, you're inside her space. The kitchen is her space. You don't not never to mess with a woman's face, Michael. Let me tell you this
so
from
true.
early. Yeah. All right. So, Michael, I'd like you to talk to your audience, talk to Jamaica, talk to people across the world about how they can help you to get to York University. Because even though you might get there for the tuition and all of this, to live there is going to be at an expense, yeah? So you can talk to you right there.
Well, good day, Jamaica. Currently, I have a GoFundMe account that is just looking for the first year balance to go to York. And you can find my page on Instagram at MJForbesJA, and you can also find the same page at the Soul Adventures Foundation, which is at soul.adventure on Instagram. And you can find the link through there. And the thing that I'm looking at is that I know that I'll be able to get this fund for the first year, but there's 3 other years that come afterwards. And I would love the support any which way I can, even if I can only afford to give $1, $5, $10 towards a GoFundMe. Any amount would count, because every mickle make a muckle. And I can't help but be thankful just for someone wanting to support my dream. Because it's just so fascinating to me that when we come together, that's who made the biggest impact. I'm just imploring anyone who has the ability to donate, and even if you can't donate, you can share the link with whoever you believe can donate, and just get the link to be viral, because that's the way how this campaign can be as successful as possible. And to see that I'm in Toronto, I'd like for you to pray me up as much as possible, because it's a new environment. I've never been to Canada before, and it's not the same climate or culture as Jamaica. So it's going to be a new change for me. But I'm a person that I'm always accepting of change, because change is what changes us to become better, and challenges us to become better. So let's ask that you pray me up. And any information that you could give to me, you can find my email at mj2000forbes@gmail.com. I'd appreciate any advice that you could give to me.
All right. Well, you're going to get some help, Michael.
Thank you very much.
I'm very sure of it.
I do believe so.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
And just, keep aiming to become so much better and to help people with mental illness. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for your time, for sharing with us.
It was a pleasure being on the show today, because I was a bit nervous at first. Okay. I wonder if it's going to be like, a professional thing. But I realize it's a bit laid back and you're relatable.
Yeah,
so
I am.
I'm very thankful for that.
It appears if my mental health is in, is in check, right?
Yes, it's quite in check. All
right. Thank you so very much, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Right, it was a fun experience talking with Michael Forbes right here on the Alric Show. So we take a break, and when we come back, we meet 17-year-old Kenyatta Thompson, who is a farmer. We talk to him when we come back from this break.
Alric Show.
Join the Alric Show family. Follow and like us on Instagram at The Alric Show. Share with us on Facebook and on Twitter. And subscribe to the Alric Show YouTube channel for all episodes and behind the scenes with Alric and our guests.
On the Alric Show. Alric Show.
I know that farming requires hard physical labor, because I used to farm. Yes, believe it or not, I used to farm. My friends, they don't believe me, because they say that they're more convinced that I was probably making a fool of myself, or forming a fool of myself, so they don't believe that. But anyhow, today, I'm very happy to have a true farmer, because I didn't last long in it, on set with us. His name is Kenyatta Thompson. He's just 17 years old. Let's learn more about this young farmer and why he has chosen that area. Thank you for joining us, sir.
It's a pleasure, man.
All right. When you tell people that you're a farmer, do they say you're right, or what do they say?
Well, coming from a farming family, people normally say, you're expected to be a farmer.
Yeah.
So, while going out there, people would know that, he will be a young farmer coming up within that family. Yes. So from there, things just started to just change for me as I as I grow with my family.
Tell me about farming in your family. It's an entire generation. We're talking about your great-grandparents, then your grandparents. Yeah, I know you, yeah?
My grandparents also is former grandfather. He do a little bit of rearing of animals.
Yeah, still farming?
Yes, still farming, but he doesn't do most of the groundwork. He do like animal, livestock.
Livestock, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a whole generation,
Yeah,
man.
but for me, you know, as a farmer, I never wanted to be like my grandfather just wanted to be like my parents. I'm always working within the soil itself.
What is it about the soil that grabs your attention? Why the soil?
You know, doing farming and to see that after a while a particular crop has been successful off that ground, you know, you feel excellent. You know, it's a great feeling to be doing something, you know, which maybe someone else would want to do but cannot do.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a great feeling to, you know, working with the soil, you know, and producing a crop.
What do you grow?
I grow mostly vegetables, green vegetables like cabbage. Once planted broccoli, cauliflower, melon, tomato, pumpkin, but my main area which I specialize in is cabbage.
Oh, specialist.
Yes.
So what do you do with all this, the produce?
Well, normally I have persons coming in ordering my products, you know, taking it to market, you know. Persons in my community use it for their house purpose also, you know. And you have even persons, it even reach hotel also.
That's
you know.
big business,
Yes, man.
The big business.
It's excellent, man, you know.
So how large is your farm?
Well, my farm, you know, around 1/4 acres or so. But land is there. My grandfather recently gave me a piece of land which I'm now working on now. I'm in a little preparation mode, just trying to purchase some things for the farm.
That's like seeds and equipment?
Seeds, yeah, equipment, drum. Although drum is very expensive, you know, you're looking at a couple $1,000, well, you know. But I'm preparing, same way, you know, I cannot do farming within a dry time. I have to wait on the natural resource, you know, the rain. So now I'm just relaxing. I'm just planning out certain things and where I can improve a particular, maybe, you know, maybe a year or so, my cabbage crop did not do well. What went wrong, you know, I just go to the drawing board.
Farming requires a lot of patience, though. No longer didn't do it for long. But what are the lessons of patience that, you know, based from farming that has also, you know, influenced other aspects of your life?
Well, patience with a crop, you know, it normally takes probably a month, 2 months, or some take 3. You know, having that patience, you know, you're spending money, you know, you're wondering,
are you going to make it back?
Yes, are you going to make any profit, you know? And then you're looking back at, will I able to purchase another seed or you know, maybe something to do with the farm itself, maybe the grass, the spraying, etc., etc.
But what are some of the difficulties with farming, though? Because especially during the dry time, you know, you'll have some tough times, and sometimes even to get people to buy. Well, you know, how tough that can be for you?
It's really tough in the drought, as I said, you know. I've been just sitting there, you know, maybe because, well, if I had maybe running water within my community, I could do farming right through, maybe when in this drought time.
Which area do you live in?
The Red Bank area.
That's in St. Elizabeth?
Yes, in St. Elizabeth.
And you have problem with running water there?
Yes, problem with running water right there.
So how do you get water for the farm?
Well, my father has a van which he normally used to carry the water, but that is not enough for me, you know, to do my farming.
Because he also does farming.
Yes, he also does farming, and then to split that, and it just carry 5 drum of water, and to split that between me and him, it just can't work.
And it's expensive because the transportation, gas and all of that.
Yes, and then maybe to purchase a load of water, expensive also. A lot of money right there.
So what do you guys do when you're not able to make business?
Well, normally, my father is a mason. My mother, well, she doesn't.
But masonry is also very seasonal.
Yes.
Sometimes, or you just get it.
Well, he normally gets it.
He gets. Oh, he's
yes.
that good.
Yes.
All right.
But my mother is not working. She doesn't plans to work, and she just working with my father and I, on the farm. So when I'm when I'm at school, she will do most of the maintenance for me while I'm at school studying.
Yeah. Farming and going to school. How do you balance these two?
To tell you the truth, I remember one Sunday, my father woke up around 5 o'clock to go to the farm and drain out from Saturday night, watch a movie. And I tell her, my father said to me, "Are you planted, And I mean, and I said to myself, that's true. I want something out of life, as a youngster. And well, my father started his house when he said when he finished high school, so.
He was about 17?
Yes, so I was saying maybe I can do something as well as a youngster, maybe not building a house, but maybe, expanding on my farm, maybe getting a vehicle for myself, to do my farming.
But from early, I like what you said, because it's important that your father said that to you in that moment, said, listen, you're the planter.
Yes.
So you must ensure, basically, that you see it through.
Yes.
And that lesson is still there.
In my brain,
And so many of us, we leave a lot of things undone.
Yes, because, remember, as a youngster, you have many challenges, Remember, well, not all persons are like me, If they say they're not doing a particular thing, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
But for me, I just keep pushing, I always love to well, my father has called me a hard worker, So I always try to do my best and put my best out there.
Right. How do you do your best in school now?
Well, currently I'm doing 7 CXCs and 2 NCT VET and 2 City and Guilds. I'm working hard. I'm doing some preparation right now to sit my CXC next month.
Anything in agriculture?
Yes, I'm doing agriculture as well.
Of course.
Yeah. But my main thing in school is business. I'm studying business.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to, because it's important for us to learn the business side.
Yes, the business side of it as well. So after, well, I'm planning to go back to school after praying that I pass my CXC, after go back to sixth form at the BB Cook High School, get some more subjects under my belt, yeah, under the belt, and from there just go forward, maybe end up in a college or something,
I mean, what do your friends say about you as a farmer? What do they say?
Well, my friends are farmers as well,
I like this new generation.
Yes, definitely.
How many friends you have that are actually farmers?
I currently have around 6 to 7 friends who are farmers,
They grow similar things that you do?
Yeah, they grow similar crops as I am, and maybe some of them do a particular crop,
Mercy.
Yes.
So there's literally a brotherhood going on.
Yes.
Yeah, because
definitely.
because now there's a level of inspiration and motivation, because when one tells you that his farm is doing well, it helps you to put in the work.
Yes, and also I encourage them and them encourage me as well. Also, information also, so if they hear about a particular product or seed or etc. which is coming out on the market, they can say, oh, I heard that this is coming out,
I am sitting here.
Would you like to try it?
No, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm going back into this farming business. I hope the producers are ready. But no, trust me, because I'm of the notion that young people these days, they're not interested in farming.
No.
That's my thinking.
Yeah, you have some young people who are just, trying to do things which are illegal,
Yeah.
And, that is not my way of making a living.
What do you think about farming in Jamaica, though? Does it need more attention? Yeah, and what sort of help do you think the industry needs?
Definitely, farming needs a little bit more help in Jamaica, you know, and also help for young farmers as well, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just giving them some support.
What would you say is the kind of support that you would need as a young man to make farming better for you?
Nothing too big, but my support would be, you know, if I have, well, drum, drips, seed, fertilizer, you know, that would kickstart anyone.
Yeah.
You know? That's a great help to a person.
Are you the only one that work the farm?
Yes, I'm currently my own boss.
Oh, hold on. So you're the only one with your fork and your you use a shovel too?
No,
Oh, okay.
But
You see why I didn't do it. So with your fork.
my shade, well, I use the mattock to dig the hole.
Okay.
Yes, so I have those, you know, I have my gears which I use to spray as well, you know, to protect myself from the chemicals.
Yeah. How do you also protect your farm from thieves?
Well, my house is very close to my farm, so I could use my light, my house light to view my farm at night.
Okay.
You know, well, I never really
Experience
anything like that, but maybe a person just pass and just cut
one banana.
Well, yeah,
or take one cabbage rather.
Yeah, but I have some even go the extra mile and even take more, you know. Cabbage weigh a lot, you know. If a person steal 8 head of cabbage, that could be roughly around maybe 30-40 pounds, you know. There you made a loss right there.
Wow.
You know, from someone stealing what you work hard and your time and your effort, you know, you have put in that particular.
On a weekend, how long would you stay on a farm?
On a weekend, normally from morning till, well, when sun hot, I beat off myself, you know, go in my bed, relax. Sun go down, you know, touch back the farm again, do my little thing. You know, if I'm wetting, you know, listen to my music as well.
It's total dedication,
yes.
though. Do you get tired of it sometimes?
When it is drought time, normally, it's really, really hard for me, you know, to maintain a farm, you know, especially wetting with hand.
Yeah.
You know, and planting big as well, you know. So it's management as well, you know. So wetting with hand can be very challenging, stressful, muscle problems as well. You know.
Because you have to be bending and
yes,
weeding and stuff like that.
As a youngster as well, going to school, you know, do my homework, it's a challenge because I left off the farm maybe at 7 o'clock in the night, you know. Dinner ready by maybe 8 o'clock, you know. And then to take a shower and then time by yourself, do a little homework. Time run out, I say you're tired and I want to do it till the morning.
Are you the only child for your parents?
Yes, I'm the only child for my parents, you know. So there's a little bit pressure coming on as a young farmer, you know, and also trying to balance school and the farming as one. You know?
The proceeds from farming, though, help you to go to school?
Yes.
And it will pay and it help you to go to university
yes.
as well?
I'm planning on doing that too, you know, have a specific time where, you know, do a particular crop, you know, to help with my back to school, you know. Maybe if I'm planning on to go into a college or maybe a university, you know, I would have to maybe, you know, wait a few months before, you know.
What's next after high school? Which college or university you want to get into?
Well, I'm planning on going back to sixth form at BB Cook High School, you know, get some more subjects. Then after, maybe going to the Case Agriculture School in Portland. Yes, and then maybe from there, maybe back, maybe I don't know yet, but maybe back to NCU doing some business subjects as well, you know. But that is my main objective as a young.
What do you do outside of the farm for fun? Because I don't know if you have fun on the farm. Well, what do you do? What do you for fun? Or do you play tennis, basketball, football, baseball, cricket? Well, what do you do otherwise?
Otherwise, from the farming, you know, I'm a houseman. You know.
Yeah, you're a man of the house.
I love to sit down, watch my movie, you know, listen to music. I even call my family, you know, talk to them hours on the phone. You know? So, you know, but I guess, well, I used to play rugby before school, but I don't In our community, I have football, but those are not my
Not
thing.
your thing, right?
You know, my main aim
You're,
is
you're a
just doing-
spectator.
Yes. But my main aim is just, doing my farming, going to school, come back home, go work on the farm again, and just doing what is best for me.
What sort of help would you like for farming to help your farm to improve so that you can also create jobs for other persons?
Well, I would definitely in need of drums, drip, fertilizer, seeds as well, water will be difficult to get, but, I could try and just...
What's the nearest place you get water from?
Cheapside, that's about 10 minutes away from or 15 minutes away from my home, and, the water, it's a long time to get the water, especially when it's drought, you have to wait in a long line, and then,
Wow.
Maybe you catch one chip for the day, and then that cannot do the farm. So, if I had container to store the water, I could just purchase a load of water, store it, in the evening, and I'm with my farm in the evening,
Right.
because it's better keep throughout the day till evening again. So I will normally do it at that particular time. Yes.
Kenyatta, I am so proud of you. Do you know the meaning of Kenyatta?
Well, no.
Well,
Tell me, fam.
he's an African king as well, and it means jewelry and musician and stuff like that, yeah? So you're doing good nonetheless.
Yes.
You're doing something good.
Which
is good.
Yes.
Jewelry, you have to make it. Musician, you have to play it, or play music, something, whatever it is. So, but I'm very happy to meet you. You're an inspiration.
Yes.
And also want to, hail up all your friends too that are also farmers. This is a good thing for our future.
Yes.
And I hope that Kenyatta will get some help. So once you're watching this show and you can help Kenyatta, please contact us so that he can improve his farm, so that he can provide food for us across this country.
Yes.
All right. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
It's my pleasure
And,
being here,
and,
man.
and
Thanks.
keep doing your best.
I will.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So there we have it. Kenyatta Thompson, 17-year-old farmer, now in high school and looking forward to get into university in the very, very near future. So today we met Michael Forbes, who copped 11 grade ones in just one sitting, and he's heading off to York University in Canada, and he also needs financial support. But these young men, they are a prime example of what this country needs. Thank you so much for joining us for the Alric Show. The Alric Show will be back next week.
Alric Show.
Hi YouTubers, you're now on the Alric Show channel. Please press subscribe and share with your friends and your family. We have stories to make you laugh and stories of change. Subscribe, share, and enjoy.